There we have it, another cup competition gone, and in the end that will be the headline, won't it? That'll be all over the newspapers, that'll be all on the radios and all anyone's talking about. Another chance of a trophy down the drain. And down the drain, it may seem a bit harsh. I don't want to go all in on Ollie tonight. I mean, there are a lot of disheartened United fans walking out there. There is a bit of anger still out there in the fan base, walking out there, sat around me at times. Certain players, a lot of fans are totally in for and don't want to give the time of day to. Looking at it, 11 changes. That's going to be the question that's going to be asked by a lot of fans. That's going to be asked by a lot of pundits. And obviously, Ollie is going to have to answer them questions tonight. 11 changes. I didn't expect that much, honestly. I thought maybe 6 or 7. I thought he might have kept a core, but you know what? Ollie's gone out there tonight and he said, there's 11 players. Go and show me what you've got. He's put the players to the test. And you know what? At the end of it, some of them actually played decent. Some of them did their jobs really well today. I'm going to pick out a few players who I thought I've really staked a claim to play in the team this weekend. I mean, first of all, Donny van der Beek. I'm just going to go through a few things that Ollie picks Fred for. Energy, Donny van der Beek, tick. Passing, Fred can't do, Donny van der Beek, tick. Tackling, tracking back, defending, tick, tick. Donny van der Beek, I would have loved to seen Donny's heat map tonight. It would have been like looking at the sun. He was everywhere. His passing was superb. He covered the ground. Like I said, he defended really well. I can think of 2 or 3 tackles in the first 20 minutes he made that were vital for us. He's balling for he's balling for Greenwood in the end there. He was creating, he was passing. He was on song today. And for me, if Ollie was putting these players out here today to say, go on, show me what you've got, then I think Donny van der Beek has stood up and been counted there today. There ain't nothing I've seen there tonight that doesn't put Donny in front of Fred this weekend. It's as simple as that. Donny van der Beek did everything that Fred did, but better, with 0 mistakes. Well, a couple of little mistakes where he lost possession of the ball, but he carried on going, he stuck to his game plan, and he did everything right for me tonight. He was absolutely superb alongside Matic. Another one, absolutely brilliant against it. Them two ran the midfield. The only thing we've got here really is we had 11 players and a defence, 3/4 of which haven't started a game in months for Manchester United. Not weeks, months. Telles, Bayer, Dallo, you know what I mean? And at the start of the game, we got caught cold. And unfortunately, when you make that many changes, there's a chance that that is going to happen. And today it happened to us, and we couldn't quite get it back. Unfortunately, because I thought through most of the game we played quite decent. We controlled the ball, we passed it well. I thought we defended everything else quite well. Shout out to Henderson in the end there for doing his job. I know he's lost his place to De Gea now, but he kept us in it right at the end there. And everyone else on the pitch did their job. We just didn't have that finishing touch up front, which brings us on ultimately to Anthony Martial. And you know what everyone's going to say, Adam, you're going in on Martial again today. But these chances keep coming up for Martial, and he's not doing enough for me. He's not. And you can feel it in the crowd. I think the crowd have given up on him. I really do. I don't want to yet. I think there's a player there, but the rumours circulating. We're talking about 11 changes here today and not one youth team player coming into the team. And that's with Cavani and Rashford still not playing yet this season. That's how much of a squad we've got, and Ollie has to use it. So if you get a chance, you've got to take it. We just didn't have enough up front here today. I thought midfield we won it. Defensively, apart from the first 20 minutes when we got cold, we lost it. Do you know what I mean? Other than that, it was okay apart from the finishing. Martial had a great chance in the first half. He's got to do better. He has to do better. Greenwood had a great chance, missed it. That could have been the moment that changed the game, and we're talking a completely different scope then, because we're talking about all the positives that I've just put out there. And we're talking about a victory against West Ham, because I'm sure if we'd have got that goal, we'd have gone on and won it. We were a better team by a mile. But the headline is there, isn't it? Again, another trophy, another cup competition. 2 cup competitions this season, 2 defeats. Champions League, I'm still confident we're going to get through that. But this was Ollie's chance. This was his chance to put his hands on the trophy. So what I want him to do now is, instead of going in on him and saying, look, you blew it, Ollie, I don't think you have. But now you've got to stand by it. You've got to have the courage of your convictions now and say, look, you put 11 men out there tonight to basically say to them, show me what you've got. Can you make it into this first team? Can you do something for me this season? Few of them players on that pitch there answered the question today. Donny van der Beek is one. Now Ollie's got a problem because we haven't got as many games. Premier League, Champions League, the FA Cup don't start till next year. So we've got players like Bailly now, players like Lindelof. Is he going to feel forced to put these players in now? Is he going to buckle under the pressure? Is he going to stand up? These are the questions I want answering from Ollie now. But the biggest one is, like I just said then, players like Donny van der Beek doing what he did tonight, having an absolutely brilliant game. You have to take that away from tonight as the major positive for me. Him, Matic, even Matic had an excellent game before he went off. So I'm not looking at that going in and saying that was a horrendous performance, because it was far from it. But you can feel a vibe out there already now. The knives are out. The knives are out for him. I'm not going in on him tonight. I'm not. We've asked for this squad to be used. We've asked him to rest Bruno. We've asked him to rest Maguire. We've asked him to do these things and he's done them tonight. Yes, 11 changes might have been a little bit too much, but he's done it and he's asked the question of the players. And 3/4 of that team today, I thought played all right today. I really do. I just think we were poor in finishing. We passed it and kept the ball so well and won the ball back quickly today. Sancho finding his feet. Some will be concerned. I'd have preferred him on the right hand side, I'll be honest. He needs to be on the right. When you're easing your way in, you need to be on your right foot. It's a lot more comfortable and you can do a lot more. The issue is ultimately now that this squad, I just said it then, 11 changes. I'm looking at Chelsea this week, I'm looking at Liverpool, City, all the youth players coming in. That's their squad. We've changed 11 players and not one of them players was a youth player today. That's how big this squad is. He's used it tonight and it's failed. But it wasn't a complete failure in terms of the whole game. For me, we were caught cold early doors and we couldn't win it back because we just didn't have that biting edge up front. You cannot blame Tellez, you cannot blame that back line. They've not played for so long. They were caught cold and c'est la vie. That was that. We're out of the cup. There's your red line. How you want to break it down, how you want to look at it is entirely up to you. Obviously, guys, make sure you comment below and let me know what you thought. Can you take any positives from that? Like I'm trying to do, because for me, performance-wise, it wasn't the end of the world. Result, bit of a disaster for all there. But if he backs that up for me now, personally, not for everyone, but personally for me, if he backs it up now and says, look, from that night, I seen a midfield performance from Matic and Donny, and they have to work. They have to come into this team. It can't always be Fred and McTominay. It cannot be that all the time. Donny van der Beek tonight did more than Fred has done in 2 years for me. And what he showed me tonight was strength that Fred hasn't got. Pace, probably exactly the same, and a 100-metre sprint between them. Passing is miles better. Composure on the ball, different level. So what's the deal? He's taking his chance tonight. That's what I want to take from tonight, and that's what I want to see at weekend. I want to see Ole having the courage of his convictions and putting the likes of Donny van der Beek in the Premier League, because you cannot have that guy wasting away now, waiting for the odd appearance in a Champions League game, because the Champions League games now are vital as well as the Premier League. Carabao Cup's gone. We can't wait for the FA Cup now to start blooding these players in. Somehow Ollie's got to work out a way of getting this squad working and everyone contributing and making sure he uses it the right way. Like I said, Cavani, Rashford to come back yet. I do feel like we're seeing the last of Martial. I don't want to say it, I really don't, but I don't see him fitting in this team when he's not taking his chance, and the way he's performing at the moment, I'm just worried for him, I really am. There was a lot of good there tonight, but the headline is bad, unfortunately. Another cup competition, gone. Another chance to get in a trophy, gone. And it's going to hurt, it really is. And I know it's hurting, just through walking out there in the crowd. Somber mood, first defeat here at Old Trafford this season. And we've got work to do, we have. We need to look to bounce back again in the Premier League after a cup defeat. How's he going to set up against Villa at weekend? Early start. Is that going to have any effect on anything? I don't know, but what we need now is another reaction again, and hopefully we can start putting these chances away. Big names to come back, maybe a different story if we had one or two of them in tonight, but it's done and dusted. We're out, and that's all she wrote. Guys, don't forget, comment below, obviously subscribe to the United Stand. Get the likes in as well, people. It's not all bad, is it? Which way are you spinning it? Let me know. Guys, we're out of here.